What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just pro wrestling news podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorgatron on the Twitter, and I don't know which one of these things go where. The guys are on the line with us right now. First of all, from Beacon, New York, it is Mad Mike.
Sorg, I'm really tired.
Oh, good. His audio works. I thought I plugged in a laptop. It wasn't the right laptop, so we're going to do this this way, and we'll see if that's
okay.
The way. Oh, hey, that's a good sound.
Oh.
There he is, Mad Mike.
Hi, Sorg.
I'm back in the studio for Mondays and don't know what I'm doing.
I'm very tired, and there's a mouse cursor on my chin. I don't know how that got there.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with everyone. This was Mad Mike's vacation week.
It was.
And
you spent it watching.
If you follow me on Twitter,
and you spent it watching Impact Wrestling.
Fuck no, I didn't. No. So I'm gonna be totally honest. Apart from Raw, Mad Mike's focus was in a galaxy far, far away.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, and I will say, I was with my wife and my sister-in-law, who are not wrestling fans by trade, so I did not even broach the topic of when we were all in the hotel room of, hey, could I watch Rampage? Because I knew what that answer would be. I did find that the hotel in Florida had Access TV, and my compatriots were asleep, so I'm like, hey, you know what? They're showing Impact. Let's watch a little bit of Impact. I turned it on. First thing I see, my girls, the Inspiration. I see their backstage segment. I'm like, okay, this was meant to be. The next match starts. I don't even remember what it is. I immediately pass out. I immediately pass out. It's no fault of Impact. This time, probably. I did a lot in Disney. I did over 20,000 steps each day.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I think I'm running on about collectively 14 hours of sleep since Wednesday.
So you sound like you were having the kind of day, the kind of week that I had last week, because I did about like 6 hours of sleep amongst 3 days, because I picked up a convention center gig that was just death. But you had way more fun than I did. Yeah.
This is completely by choice. Completely by choice.
Oh, this was by choice, but I made a bad choice. But
okay, but yeah, I mean,
at least I got paid for it, I guess.
Yes, I paid for it. I purchased. I purchased this time. But I will give a full update on my explorations with this homeboy right here. And no, Sorg. Let me do the Mickey Mouse voice, all right? I'll do the rest of the show like this, Sorg. I don't care.
I hope not. And also with us, our friend in the mainstream media, of Just Pro Wrestling. What? Of Just Pro Wrestling News.com.
He's trying to make jokes, Sorg.
Oh, this is sports
trying to make
jokes
because I got screwed in fantasy football this weekend in a big-time rivalry game against this guy, this dumbass behind me below on the bottom square, circle against the square, and
what?
And he's gonna gloat like he's won something, he gets anything for this. Mad Mike, you get nothing for this.
You get nothing.
You don't get anything. You don't get anything.
Wait, nobody
but
else.
I'll tell you what you don't get. I'll tell you what you don't get. This thing here that I still have, right? Because as long as this is here, I'm still the champ.
Yeah, that's great. I understand how that works.
Riding high.
Matt, this was a champion. Matt,
to the moon.
This was a championship contenders match.
That's bull crap. This wasn't even a championship eliminator tournament match, okay? There was nothing at stake except pride. All right, no, which game, but
you lost. You lost the pride.
It's okay.
You lost your pride.
First of all, one of my best players was not playing this week. Joe Burrow was
boo freaking.
Well, I heard you whining about it last week when did my son beat you?
Yeah, I give the kid a rub.
Oh, gave the kid the rub. Okay.
Yo, don't say that out of context.
Nobody clipped that.
I let Mason win. I traded him the player that beat me.
That's not how.
And in turn,
the
player that he gave me helped me beat you.
And you see, the player that I was gonna play, I couldn't play to beat you because our lousy legs, our poorly run leg, our sloppy shop of a leg, was providing bad injury reports on Thursday night.
Oh no!
Which caused me to bench Tua, and then I just scrambled to the waiver wire.
Don't blame the league if you're not doing your research.
Quiet.
You're not doing your independent research.
Quiet.
You're supposed to be a man of the mainstream media.
Can we talk about wrestling?
You need to be doing your research.
That's really just a gimmick now. That really doesn't have anything. That's not based on.
Can we talk about the wrestles? Can we?
One more thing to say about the sports ball.
Okay, I guess.
I was stuck. I got stuck scrambling to the waiver wire looking for a quarterback, and I had to pluck goddamn Mike White.
I don't know.
He sucks.
Nope.
Matt,
I don't get it.
I did the same thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
I had to go to the waiver wire too.
And who did you pick up?
I got a quarterback that was great. I made a trade.
I didn't have time to make a trade.
Oh, Matt, there's always time to make a trade.
There's not time for a trade in this league, Mike.
There's always time to make a trade.
There's no time for a trade. Between Thursday and Sunday, there is no time. There is no time.
There's always time, Matt. Matt,
this is a wrestling podcast and to chill the F out. I will.
Matt, if I had time to set my roster and make trades all on a week I was in Disney doing 20,000 steps a day, you can do some independent research.
I'm not continuing this discussion with you anymore.
No, that's because you're losing it.
You know what? It doesn't matter because this game doesn't matter. It was just a fun thing to do. And I'll be back. Yeah. I'll be back on my winning ways next weekend, and I'll be rolling in the playoffs. And when I'm fully loaded, if by chance you happen to win a playoff game for once and actually reach me in the final game, I'll kill you then. How about that?
All right. I guess we'll see.
Are you guys done down there? Are you guys done?
Are
you guys done? You sure?
I would much rather fight about fantasy football with Mad Mike than anything else.
Honestly, Raw was boy, I don't even want to watch Survivor Series. No, legitimately, I
kiboshed plans. I kiboshed plans to go to Survivor Series, but I did buy tickets for WrestleMania this week.
Okay.
So I'm taking the long bet and spent way too much money. Thankfully, I had an extra job this week to pay for it. But yes.
But my God, sir, the build to Survivor Series is fucking awesome.
I don't care. I don't care about any of this. Why?
I made a joke when they announced the Survivor Series teams 3 weeks ago that, hey, maybe this is a funny idea that they've got and they're just going to fight over who gets to stay into the team. That's basically what's happening. They're now fighting to stay on the team.
Well,
to the point that tonight Now Austin Theory is on one of these Survivor Series teams.
But Matt, unless they're not, because Queen Zelina also won and Carmella lost, yet Carmella is still on the team for whatever fucking reason.
Because it's on the whims of Adam Pearce.
All right. Okay.
Because Adam Pearce. This is
a very important message. Adam Pearce and Sonya need to go away. Sonya needs to go back to being full-time in-ring, and Adam Pearce just needs to go away. This is nothing against the people.
Who will make the decisions?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because the decisions and the rulings are nonsensical, and if both these idiots are on both these shows, what is the point of brand versus brand?
There is no point.
If it was
make no sense.
If it was Sonya,
they're basically playing both sides against each other.
Yeah, if it was Sonya versus Adam Pearce, okay.
And somebody gets a cookie?
Fine.
They could have set that up in one line a month ago and been like, for this month alone, Sonya, you're running SmackDown, Adam, you're running Raw, and then after Survivor Series, you guys will go back to running it together. But
make it interesting. Whichever team wins, the other person is no longer management.
They can't operate like that. They can't function without this plot device, Mike. It can't do it.
I mean, they absolutely can, but it's.
I mean, they Survivor did for a little bit.
Survivor Series just has no intrigue at all.
Before Adam Pearce emerged, they were operating without an on-screen authority figure for a little bit. It was like quarantine, pre-Thunderdome era, or did I imagine that? Is that a Mandela effect?
No. Adam Pearce has been around for a while.
Yeah, but before he emerged, there was a period where there was no one steering the ship.
Shane McMahon, in theory, I guess.
Well, before or after Raw Underground? Was that?
No, but Shane was still a decision maker, I believe.
What was he on it like every week like this?
I think so.
Really?
I'm gonna look and see when Adam Pearce started becoming this character on Raw.
There must be a Wikipedia on the
I'm already
WWE authority figures.
Okay, so basically in August 2020, that was when Vince McMahon talked to Adam Pearce to get the signatures of Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Right.
For their match. So that's when he was really got more of an on-screen role.
Yeah. But he was a gopher for a little bit.
Yeah.
But as time has gone on, because they can't help themselves. It has grown and grown as time has gone on. And now he is basically becoming the GM of both. Sorg, any thoughts on this?
Oh, I'm sorry. What? I was just remembering the good old days. I don't care. I just don't. They've just thrown me off, and I'm watching badly produced New Japan right now. So
that's a thing that happens. So anyway, Rey Mysterio's off the Survivor Series team for Raw. Austin Theory's on. 2 more of these champion versus champion matches is official. Damian Priest versus Nakamura and RK Bro versus the Usos. That is literally all that happened tonight. That's it.
Boy, Matt, didn't you love that Damian Priest segment tonight?
I didn't.
Where he talked a whole lot of trash about Shinsuke Nakamura and how he was gonna do something. I'm just kidding. Damian Priest wasn't even on the show.
Damian Priest
wasn't on the show.
I thought I was going crazy there for a second. Nope. I was like, I don't even think this happens. But yeah,
Damian Priest in one of the key champion versus champion matches was not on the show. What is even the point?
There is no point. This pay-per-view is pointless. I don't want to watch it.
Can we just go back to having a deadly game?
It's a deadly game. Yes.
No, seriously. A deadly game. You have the main event.
The
Bloodline versus
the main event Survivor Series.
The main event should just be the Bloodline versus the New Day, and then we have a Raw versus SmackDown deadly game tournament. Winner becomes #1 contender at their brand's champion.
Sure.
What? That's easy. I thought that up in 2 seconds.
I just want to see some effort. I'm begging this creative team, this fleet of writers that they allegedly have, show me something. Do something besides sucking. And don't make excuses about how the old man's holding you back. Come up with some ideas, get them through, entertain me, because you ain't doing crap right now. I've been waiting for years.
I'm going to give them credit on two things. One, I like what they're doing with Liv Morgan. I like what they're doing with Liv Morgan. I don't know if it's going to come to anything because I don't think she's beating Becky. And I also like what they're doing with Kevin Owens, who just may be on his way out, and this might be the last gasp. But yeah, I mean that's basically it. God, it's just bad. Just bad all the way around.
They got nothing.
So on the bright side, I watched AEW Dark Elevation tonight, and Matt, one of your good friends from wrestling, went in your filming duties.
A familiar face.
Yes, Charlie Kruel was out there.
Yes.
So
fun story about Charlie Kruel and myself. Many of you may not know this. This one time I was running a ringside camera for a Sorgatron or a Sorg directed professional wrestling show. I'm running a ringside camera. Charlie Kruel threatens me with a knife in the middle of a match.
That did
points
happen.
it right at me.
That did happen.
And you know what I said? You know what I was thinking? After the fear had subsided after a couple hours, I said, she may have something. She may have a bright future in this business. And you know what? I was right.
There you go. There you go. No, she's been doing great.
I saw it in that moment.
Yes. We got there's a couple of our matches are up over on IndieWrestling.us YouTube page for free if you want to see some of that. You didn't get she wasn't talking to the voices and the mask and stuff on Elevation, but she has refined her act.
Oh sure. We saw her in like 2018, right? Is that
yeah, I think it was 2018.
Right about that time. And I did watch. I think in the IndieWrestling.us Twitter posted one of the matches that we have with her, and I watched it. She did quite well for her level of experience at that time. You could clearly see the development from there to tonight's Elevation, where she wrestled against Ruby Soho. Just much more clean and crisp, and you could see that she's kind of like consolidated some of the many ideas that her act in 2018. She had all these ideas, there was a knife, there was a mask, there was blood, there was all sorts of stuff going on. And as time has gone on, she's kind of peeled away the stuff that's not quite working, and kind of consolidating what is working into this one nice package going forward until now she's ready to go. Still very young in this business, still got a lot of years ahead. So yeah, she is a bright prospect, Sword.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's always nice there to see, a little bit and get introduced to a lot of these other talents that could become on the come up here. A decent show, a lot of tag team matches, Dark Order. It's just a nice sit back and watch. It's a side watch or whatever, and I just appreciate it. So yeah. Elevation is like a nice watch, but I never have much to see about it. I did watch a lot of wrestling this weekend. We did watch Full Gear. I did watch last night's Honor for All pay-per-view, which a lot of friends of the show. Jake Clemens is back with Ring of Honor. I didn't know that. So friend of the show over there. And on commentary, they called him one of the best referees in America right now.
Wow.
Ooh. Ian, I believe it was Ian that was saying that. So,
so what matches from this show would you recommend? Because I have not checked it out yet.
Geez, hold on a second. Gresham and Brody. Holy crap, that was fun. Just the size difference and everything, right? It's solidified. Like I have a problem with Taven and Bennett. Like, I've never really just been on board with them. Like, right. I like them, but not a lot. Right. The women's match was great. Although the highlight of that match, it was them. They won the tag titles against Kenny King and
Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee, thank you. All the masks confuse me. And Max came out and speared Kenny King. So that was fun, and I'm looking forward to that. The women's match, and I realized I filmed every one of the women in this match at some point, was pretty good. Vita Von Starr, Quinn McKay, Holodead, and Trish Adora as part of that. Shane Taylor was on commentary for a little bit. And I think he is gunning for, I think he's got Kenny King at the pay-per-view. Effie, that was the reason I wanted to watch this. Effie and AJ Gray trying to win back the GCW tag championships from the Briscoes. Was fantastic. Definitely.
What a pairing.
Yeah. And also, and I want to point out, because remember, Ring of Honor apparently canceled my subscription at the end of September for some reason. I don't know if it was a credit card issue or they're cleaning house, but I did pick up Honor Club over on Fight. It's such a better experience, and we know our issues with wrestling experiences this weekend because a lot of us watched AEW, and a lot of us didn't have a chance to watch it live. And Bleacher Report is not good at this. Remember,
they let us down.
Hey, Mike, hold on a second. Mike, remember early on in the Peacock days when you watch a pay-per-view and WWE pay-per-view and it wasn't up immediately, but it probably came up in a half hour later, right?
Depending. Sometimes they even took only 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
It depends because
Mike,
usually that happened because of a scheduling thing. Like if they ended a little bit early.
Right. Mike, how long do you think we had to wait? And I will disclose, it does say on Bleacher Report that it could take up to 24 hours for the on-demand to be available. Mike, what do you think? When do you think we were able to watch our $50 pay-per-view after the event ended?
I'm wondering if you've watched it yet.
Well, and so am I.
I'm happy to report that I did, but as far as being able to watch it on demand when I choose to watch it, that did not happen.
No.
I had to basically stock the replay feed on Bleacher Report and try to just jump in.
Yeah. So
approximately close to the beginning of the pay-per-view.
I figured we're fine.
And then I was on my way.
I bought the thing. I literally bought the thing so that Chachi could watch it that night since their show got canceled. Unfortunate events with Rise Wrestling. They were told that the building was under construction 48 hours before they had a show. So they won't be going to that place probably again. But anyways, so I bought it for him, and I think he didn't have a chance to see it or something. So I was like, well, hey, anybody wants to come over at noon on Sunday? Let's watch this thing. Bradley comes over. It's probably 1 or something. We're watching the buy-in. It's a little bit later. I go. It's still not available. It's still not available. It's still not available. We start. I paid for this thing, okay? I want to say I paid for this show. But I did download 3 hours of the show off of Daily Motion to start watching it. Okay. All right.
Still in the high seas.
Wow.
So we start watching it, and we get about a match in, and then I was just kind of poking, just kind of see what happens. Bleacher Report started a live feed of the show from the night before. A stream. Not an on-demand, a stream, Matt referred to. So, and I want to point out, because we had this problem with All Out. We're watching All Out. We're watching, I don't know, probably through the browser because there's no Chromecast support on the app.
That's
so I have a MacBook Pro right next to my router hooked in through an HDMI to the television, and you kept having this issue where it would skip back and repeat 5 seconds of the show. Every couple of minutes I would do this all night long, right? So I'm watching the pirated feed, which apparently had this still problem last night or Saturday night. So they never fixed it. It's still an issue, right? By the way, Bleacher Report is the only legal way to get it in the United States if you don't have cable, to my awareness. Oh, actually, no, that's untrue, because I was watching the buy-in, and they did mention it being on Facebook, I thought. Did I see that you could buy the pay-per-view on Facebook, or were they talking about the buy-in itself? I could be confused there.
They're probably talking about the buy-in.
Probably the buy-in then. Okay.
Contact your local cable provider would probably be the other best option here.
So I don't have cable. I'm not installing cable for this shit. So where was I at with it? So it's like a half hour in, and we get into it, and the stream is going. It buffered a few times. The stream was fine because it's obviously a pre-recorded thing. But then I checked in later. It was like 8 o'clock, something like that. It was still in the live feed. I was just kind of curious. So yeah,
it also says you can buy it on Fight.
Well, yeah. I kept refreshing Fight because I bought it on Bleacher Report, then found out it was on Fight the night of the show on All Out, right? So I was stalking Fight because I'm like, I'm not fucking around with this. These guys dropped this last minute. I'm buying it, right? I'm not doing Bleacher Report again if I have an option. I did not have an option. So Bleacher Report. So I bought it there, and then like 7 o'clock I see on Fight, just like because I'm watching stuff on Fight like almost regularly at this point between like shows I work on and shows that I want to see. Well, Ring of Honor. I was setting up to watch Ring of Honor, and then Splash Big was Full Gear. Is available at 8 p.m. The replay on Fight. So if I would have known that, I would have said, "Fuck it, everybody come over at 8 o'clock and let's watch this thing." Seriously.
I don't even know like where to begin with Bleacher Report. This thing is a disaster, top to bottom. This is not even more than just a wrestling issue too. This app is useless, garbage. Like what the hell is going on here? It's impossible to navigate. The search function is useless. You can't find anything. God help you for trying to seek out, the link to the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view replay and avoid spoilers at the same time, because you're not going to get an assist on that one. I'm just looking to watch my damn show. Yeah. I didn't get to watch it. I mean, I got home from our other duties on Saturday night, and I was like, I'm going to settle in. I'm going to watch some of this Full Gear, because the wife's going to want to talk about it, because she got to watch it. And I'm like, I can't do this replay. Where's the replay? There's nothing there. I'm baffled. Like, why is this not happening? The show's been over for an hour. It should be there. It should be there by now.
Yeah.
And it's just waiting and waiting. I'm like, screw these people. I went and watched New Japan on Saturday night.
We're talking about Bleacher Report, and we're talking about AEW.
It's 2021, Sorg.
I work on shoestring budget wrestling promotions that you can watch the show within a half an hour after we're done. What the fuck?
Bleacher Report, so help me God, you are never getting a cent from me again. I am deleting your app.
Yes.
You're not getting any real estate on my phone.
Well,
you're gone. You're dead to me.
I mean,
you're finished, pal.
It still has All Out on it, so I might keep it on there. But good news, there's a happy ending, at least on my part, because I used my phone to purchase it. So I sent a report, and I was actually surprised you couldn't do a, write what the problem is. I just went, and it has a drop down, and I put, does not work as expected. Right?
True.
Accurate. Not lying about it. I watched the show, but damn, it was a pain in the ass. So, and I got my refund today. So, there you go.
Good show.
There you go. Good show. AEW did great. AEW, I don't know what the hell they got you on over a barrel for the United States rights for Bleacher Report, but it is screwing you up, and a lot of people are pissed.
This is a Turner thing. This is Turner.
Is it?
Bleacher Report is a Turner entity. This is what's going on here. So this is not going to end any
this.
TK, launch the AEW network. Do it. Come on, let's go.
Well, it's always going to be on Fight.
Hey,
yes,
you know what app does work really well, guys? Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yes,
Disney Plus works great.
Yes, they should
just go to Disney Plus.
They should pick up AEW.
Yeah, they should absolutely.
They should purchase AEW.
Hulu does live sports. Just go to Hulu.
Yeah,
I was able to watch the Penguins game on Hulu. That was great.
Apparently. So, anyways, I was given a little note, and I'll say this publicly. I don't give a fuck. Okay, Sorg's international. He doesn't give a fuck right now. Okay. You can VPN, and you can use Fight because Fight has international rights to AEW pay-per-views, and apparently it works out to about $20. I'll take a flyer on that next time. When's it going to be? January, February for the next pay-per-view? We only have to worry about this 4 times away. Yeah, nobody knows. They didn't announce it, did they? But well, as it is, I had this date marked for last week, and I thought it was going to be that. But yeah, disappointed in your content partners But AEW, fantastic show, as always. A little deflated because I watched it the next day, and it's never the same. Watched it the next day. I did get spoiled on the main event. Actually, you know what?
It's so hard to avoid stuff. Like, I was happy that I avoided what I was able to avoid.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I was just... I just... The main takeaway for me from this show, I was just so pleased with Eddie Kingston versus CM Punk.
Jeez, yes.
So
I can't wait to watch this. I've only seen a couple GIFs and stills of it, and I'm like, okay, this can be fun. It was just made for me. It was just felt like one of those matches. I was just, this is nice. I am enjoying this. Yeah, I don't have enough good things. What was on the buy-in? Because I'll probably watch that tonight.
Jamie Hayter. It was a women's match. I know.
It was Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter.
Oh, so not even a tournament match.
No.
Nope, they're saving the next tournament match for Wednesday.
Yeah, they paused all the tournaments and they're saving them for TV. So
okay.
Ceasefire declared in the tournament until Wednesday.
Okay. I mean, at least they're all going to be on TV. That's all I care about.
So it's good. It's good that they paused it, concentrate on the stuff on the pay-per-view, and then hopefully that means they can give more attention to this, especially as we get up into the upper, echelon of this tournament. It's definitely going to be. It's not just like the throw-out match for the night. So, but yeah, other than that, AEW doing good otherwise. So.
Did you get to see the Battle in the Valley, Sorg?
I watched the first couple of matches of it. And here's the thing. I'm sitting there, and I saw a thing come up about Okada and Buddy Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this
Buddy
was...
Matthews.
Matthews. I should know that because I did one of his matches recently. And I thought it was a spoiler for AEW. And so I got to the main event started, and I'm just like, where the fuck is Okada and Murphy? Turns out that was the main event of the Valley show, right? So,
right.
Yeah. So because I didn't look at because it was in the Discord and I didn't see what the header was, and I thought just everybody was talking about AEW. But no, I did watch it.
I get spoiled. And I feel guilty after the fact, but I was let down by Buddy Murphy. I was
really. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't see.
This was his big chance. Buddy, just go do everything, and he did not do everything. And I was just kind of like,
was this
New Japan? Yeah, that's all I could say after that. I was just like, he did it.
Was this show plagued with technical issues too when you watched it? Not in the delivery.
Production-wise, it was.
Not
to me
great,
below the bar, not up to the standard of a New Japan production that you would see that was originating from Japan. Something when it comes to bringing their shows here to the States, whoever they're going through to do the production here in the States, obviously it's not necessarily the same people. How can it be? They're running 2 tournaments back in Japan right now.
Yeah.
So it can't be their crew from Japan.
That don't even have English commentary because Kevin Kelly's here doing this show. Right?
True story.
Yeah, because I looked at it, I'm like, where's all the English commentary? So I went to look up this morning show. There was nothing there because they're involved in this. There's a show tonight in America, I think. Isn't there?
They're doing tapings tonight for the next batch of New Japan Strong shows in Riverside, California. Can you believe I know that? Anyway, it just doesn't. The directing and the production just was not as clean.
I don't understand. I'm poking around here, and I'm in the Will Ospreay Okada spot, and they keep going to the wide full ring shot, and they just look tiny in there. I'm like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, they were overusing the hard cam. I don't know if they were not loving the ringside camera guys. You know how those guys can be sometimes. That's the thing I've noticed.
From indie wrestling that I've been watching, I'm under the impression that when you see a lot of hard cam, and they have 2 hard cams, they're doing it like WWE style here. So that at least there's that, and there's a closer one. I'd love to run a show that used the 2 hard cam system like that. But I'm seeing the shots like you go hard cam when you don't trust ringside, right? And we've been at shows in productions that we're not running and just been or running alongside of or something, and just been like, oh, these ringside guys I didn't see a steady shot from them all night. Things like that. And then you go back and watch the show and like, oh, there's a lot of hard cam going on here. It's very interesting. So I don't know what that is. I don't know why. Because I don't know. I don't know. Have I just been fortunate that all of you guys kick ass with a steady hand or something like that? Because we barely use the hard cam when we produce shows. So people seem to like it. So I don't know. So, anyways,
the reports from in the building, from fans who were in the building, were saying that like the show was great and like it's definitely like good wrestling. It's just I hate being distracted by substandard production, especially when New Japan's production is usually absolutely great.
I'm on the Team Filthy. I think it's about the third match, and again, there's no focus on the action that's happening. You know what I mean? Like there's not enough focus on the action that's happening. And AEW does this a little bit, but like to a certain fault, but not this bad. Like they can't keep up with everything going on because it is fast-paced wrestling, right? And multiple bodies like they just missed Danny Limelight like jumping off. They missed his jump. Like you're just like on the crowd and then he appears out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
At the last second. It's just I don't know what that is. I hate to harp on other.
I mean, that's using guys who are not the regulars. Those are guys who aren't shooting wrestling every other day.
No, there's a difference.
Basically, where they're at.
There's literally a difference. There is. I have to say, like the people that work with us in production are doing the Uber boot camp of live production. So and I can, anytime a pro wrestling videographer shows up from one of my MMA shows, I know I'm in good hands. Right?
I'm telling you, I've shot I've run a ringside camera for you many times at these shows, and I still often feel like I am no good at this.
Oh, geez. Come on.
You know what? You don't complain as much anymore, so I think I'm doing okay. But it just tells you this is hard to do because I've run cameras in all sorts of situations for a long time. But wrestling is tough.
Have you done football?
Because it doesn't follow. it does follow a rhythm.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with it, but there's just something about there's just like chaotic and there's so many obstructions and things to think about when you're out there. It's tough to do.
Yep. I mean, I always say it's every time I go to MMA, like, I usually pro wrestling. They don't leave the cage here, so I'm good. It's easy, right? It's like you follow the flow of that. You follow two guys in the ring. There's no tag matches or battle royals in MMA. There was a street fight.
God.
There was a street fight at the one show though in Carolina because it's wild down there. So I had to share that with. We were talking. I was talking about that with one of the guys on the GoPro team that we've used before, and he's like, "I gotta see this." I'm like, "Yeah, man, we'll slip you a link." So
nice.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to talk about the best thing I saw in wrestling this week?
Sure.
Have either of you been following Mustafa Ali on Twitter?
Not paying much attention lately. No.
Okay. So this was something I watched on Saturday. I was in the midst of my Star Wars day, and rain had come in Florida, as it often does. So I retreated myself. I stowed away into the Star Wars launch bay. And I'm like, okay, I've been on my feet all day. I need to just sit down. I'll browse through Twitter. I'll see what I'm missing in the world. So I'm being serenaded by John Williams, and I see this promo that Mustafa Ali released on his Twitter. Apparently, this is a promo that was filmed, or something. Some version of it was supposed to be released a couple weeks ago. Supposed to be on SmackDown, supposedly, I think. It's Mustafa Ali talking about a better America. It is the best promo I've seen this year. I realize that's a high bar. And I think Mustafa Ali is the promo guy that flies under everyone's radar and that no one's talking about, but might be the best promo guy in wrestling right now. Legitimately. Because I saw someone compare it to Dusty Rhodes' Hard Time promo, but doing it in a different, like, for a different generation. And it's just real good. Like, I can't, like, it's the highest of recommendations for me. I've watched it twice, and I was just like, this is like, this version of Ali in any other company would be a main event, would be a world champion. Because the promo he cut is JBL for 2021. Like, you remember that first promo JBL cut, and we were like, where did this come from? That's what this is. And it is so good. So freaking good. It was like, I didn't get to, like I said, I didn't get to see much wrestling this week, but I saw that and I'm like, yep, this is what needs to be a thing on TV.
So I'll pull it up. If we don't see it, I think this is it. I don't have the audio up. We'll listen to it later. But so he's in the suit. It looks like he might be on one of the WWE stages or something, right? And
so, yeah.
and you know, he has that you know, if you see his Twitter icon, it's like him with the America flag projected over his face or painted or whatnot. So like already I'm intrigued by this situation here. So
why do we think they decided not to go with it? Is this
well,
a situation where maybe they have a different plan for him, or do we think it got a little too hot? What do we think? I mean, because like just the imagery alone,
well,
like,
this is
without
from
the audio, I'm looking at that going like, wow,
right.
I could, you know.
And this is 2 days ago, and I just want to notice he's tweeted 2 hours ago about here we go with Halo Infinite. So apparently they didn't use him tonight, or if he's even.
Well,
on
he's on SmackDown.
Is he? Oh, he's. Oh, well, there you go. Never
he's
mind.
on SmackDown.
I forgot about that. I think I don't know where people are anymore. Apparently.
Yeah,
so.
but like I think if the Roman Reigns stuff wasn't working as well as it was working, this might have legs to get more traction. But I hope this at least transitions to like an Intercontinental title reign or something for Mustafa Ali, because he's fantastic in this promo.
Well, either way, it'll be a really good concept for him to really sink his teeth into when he gets signed by AEW eventually. So,
like, you know me, I'm the guy that is like, stop signing WWE talent.
Honestly,
you're just becoming Impact. But I'll make an exception.
Honestly,
Ali,
because it doesn't matter where he goes if he's allowed to do this.
No, does not matter.
I don't care. I don't care if he goes to rebooted Ring of Honor in April, right? I think he'd do killer there, to be honest. Can you imagine him doing this and then Shane Taylor doing his thing? Like it's like, well, I'm not listening to this, but you know, because you've watched it. And I just retweeted on the Mayhem Show Twitter account if anybody wants to see what's going on there. Old wheels. We're gonna have a moment in a second. But seriously, like I think. Once again, you know, like this realness that's coming from Ali and Shane, I think is playing really well there. Shane, I think, has maybe gotten to the end of what he can do with Ring of Honor, and it is time for that to go to a different stage. And again, Impact, AEW, I don't know, I don't care, but I hope somebody Spartans up and snatches him up when his contract gets expired here, since we're doing a clean sweep, obviously. Hopefully we don't get any more, it's better than the problematic selection of Jay Lethal for AEW, because those guys have been really good at that lately. So, and I don't know the entire story on Jay Lethal, but a lot of people have a problem with that idea. But that's okay. He's wrestling somebody else that I don't like, so I can go do something else for 20 minutes on Wednesday night. That's fine. That's fine. Listen,
get them all consolidated.
There were like two matches of people I didn't give a crap about, and I missed like the first hour of Dynamite a couple weeks ago. So I'm like, whatever, you know. I'm making my choice. They're not gonna get my eyeballs. Anyways, so Wheels is in the chat room, and this is the time that I'm going to just momentary plug. The Rev Ron Hunt is scheduled. I checked because I know he was had a little bit of recovery from Saturday night. There was a bit of an incident, and I know I had some tweets out about it. So I guess I should follow up on that. Everything's cool. Haven't found anything busted. And we were a bit stiff and sore and had some tweaked appendages Ben, I know you were limping a little bit after that show too, and I think
I did it with this one, Sorg.
What's that?
I hit my leg.
You hit
on
your
the
leg.
hardest part of the ring.
You did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I did.
So there's a big main event: J-Rock and O'Shea Edwards. And apparently they were bound and determined to kill Matt at his side of the ring, at ringside, on his tether of a cord. So, as is, tradition at RWA, apparently.
They always come my way.
We're going to swap you guys cameras just to give you a relief next time.
Won't it be interesting when they start to come my way on the other side of the ring?
Yeah. If they start like just hanging out on your side, like I swear they're always on that side. And since you've taken over camera, your assignment there, but it got crazy. It is one of the most intense nights of wrestling. Well, it was the post wrestling that happened. The locker room emptied. There's footage out there. It's of course we have a lot of the stuff that we have over on the show over at indiewrestling.us. It's our RWA Open season if you're interested. It's on YouTube for the subscription and the network and everything. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because we'll wait till Rev gets here tomorrow. There's some fan footage over on RWA's Facebook page. So if you're interested, just if you want, go see what that's about. So
Sorg, I've been to more than a few independent wrestling shows in my time.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen one that's ended like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ever.
I've never seen one. I've never seen one when they kick the fans out.
Exactly.
So that was fun. Anyways, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. In the meantime, I did want to throw to Mike very specifically before we get out here. I don't want to take too much time with this. Mike, I understand you were at Disney on Disney Plus Day.
Really? How could you tell, Sorg?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Was this by design or coincidence?
Coincidence.
Okay.
Complete coincidence.
All right.
The design part was that I was there for Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival, and that we were there for Disney's 50th anniversary, and that we were there for the Christmas decorations, and we got to see it snow in Main Street, which was lovely.
In Orlando.
Yes. I did not realize it was Disney Plus Day. Oh boy. The most of the Disney Plus stuff was happening at Hollywood Studios, which we were not at that day.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I don't have that kind of experience, but I did get this nifty hat. I also got a button, which I heard Ronnie Sarks was very jealous of, so I got Ronnie a button. And Sorg, next time you make your way through here, you will have a button to bring back for Mr. Ronnie Starks.
I will see you in under 2 weeks, actually.
Okay.
I will be coming. Actually, about this time in 2 weeks, I'll be in your town. Are we going to do the podcast live in person?
Wait, what days?
I'm working a Sunday in Boston, which means I'm staying a Monday if tradition holds.
I'd have to run certain things by certain people in this household, but
that's okay. If I get the same Airbnb, we have fantastic internet.
That's a fair point.
There you go.
Yeah, that might be an option.
Okay, just putting that out there.
That very well might be an option.
Beacon's going to become my satellite studio, at this point, at this rate, because
there is a lot of space you can rent there.
At this point, if this plan holds, I will have seen you 4 times before the end of the year, total.
Yeah.
So we're catching up.
Okay.
But
Tina's asking if I got a haul for early subscribers. I didn't get jack except
no,
this hat and the button.
Yeah. I didn't see anything. I'm a day 1 subscriber too. Hell, I'm still working through the first 3 years that I paid for.
Yeah, I'm a day 1 bundle subscriber, and I got nothing.
Yeah.
But can we talk about the shit that dropped?
That's what I was getting to. Yes. It was a bonus that you have a hat. Wow, this Dan, he's still going. He's still going. He's got crazy eyes.
We are gifting that. That is a gift.
Somebody gift that, please.
My sister-in-law, because we were waiting online for mimosa flights, and I was just thumbing through looking at all the Disney Plus details dropping. And I'm like, She's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, this is all happening.
Wow.
Oh, wait, where to start? I think I want to start with She-Hulk. Because we got some footage of She-Hulk,
yes,
and holy shit, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Very excited for it. But yeah, there's She-Hulk. They're doing a Spider-Man animated series, Spider-Man Freshman Year. That looks exciting.
They're doing like an X-Men throwback.
X-Men 97, right?
Fantastic.
If they don't bring back that music though.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be.
Has to be. But yeah, we saw clips of Moon Knight. We saw a very brief tease of Secret Invasion with Nick Fury with a scraggly beard. Agatha House of Harkness is coming.
Oh, that's gotta have you hyped.
Oh hell yeah!
She's your girl.
The whole thing has me hyped, Matt.
Okay.
There was an Uber I was in on Saturday that was playing Agatha all along, taking me back to the hotel. I'm like, you sir are getting a good tip.
Somebody was playing that in their Uber.
Yep.
Jeez, oh man.
They know where you're at.
It was great.
Those Orlando Ubers, man.
Yeah, and Tina's saying Ironheart, yes.
Yes.
The Tiana series, which isn't Marvel, but that's awesome. I haven't seen Princess and the Frog yet. It's a blind spot on my Disney resume.
Were there any Star Wars announcements?
Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, there was a tease of Obi-Wan. That's right.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Well, they had like one of those first look things. Like I don't think there was any actual footage, right?
No, there wasn't.
Well, yeah. I mean that, and I watched the Willow thing where he talked to the cast and stuff, and it was like, oh, that was nice enough, I guess. So, but I get these things are at different stages and early, kind of thing. So,
and by the way, Sorg and Matt, and this is an apology in advance to the Rev Ron Hunt. I will be carving out 5 minutes of tomorrow's show to talk about the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Because there's another one dropping tomorrow. Or not Far From Home, No Way Home. There's another
You're just going to have to drop that into the Discord server, Sorg, and just go wild on that tomorrow.
There's another trailer dropping tomorrow. I will be carving out conservatively 5 minutes of the show to talk about it. I might do it right at the jump because, as you know, I tend to get a little excited about these things. So I just wanted to warn everyone that if you don't care about that, or you don't want to hear me talk about Spider-Man for 5 to 7 minutes, just skip the first part of the show.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, just cycle through. But if you do, then you're in luck, because it'll happen.
I do have tickets for a 4 p.m. showing of Ghostbusters Afterlife on Thursday.
Excellent.
That's my
nice.
That's my fun cross to bear. And I made sure to get tickets early because I'm tired of getting shit seats for opening nights on shows I want to watch now. Like the Eternals experience was kind of because I was in the corner and on the floor. And I was like, oh, I thought I was a row up. Oh no. And it makes a big difference in that theater. Yeah.
I mean, like all the Disney Plus series are pretty much must watch at this point. Like they've earned that. You know. Meanwhile, the movies, you know, I finally saw Shang-Chi.
Excellent. What'd you think?
Dumb, but fun, but also dumb. But just seemed like a series of things that happened. But great action fights, good fights.
That was a lot
I didn't understand. At the end, they're having this big battle in this place, right? And I could not stop looking at the grass because I shit you not, it looked like AstroTurf.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, this looks like AstroTurf. I don't know why. Like this broke this. I'm like, it didn't break the movie. Give me a break. But it's just like
it just pulled you out of it.
It took me out of it.
Okay.
The grass, the lack of grass, just the overall, just kind of like video gamey aesthetic, overly CGI, just felt too artificially generated kind of feel to that movie. And also just like, just storyline wise, just kind of just felt like, like it didn't feel like anything was causing anything else. It just felt like things kept happening. And that was kind of progressing the story. That said, like I said, fun. Good fight scenes, especially at the beginning. The bus fight was awesome.
To me, I felt like I watched it too close to the Snake Eyes movie. Because it felt not similar, but I mean, in style and stuff.
Like a similar fighting style kind of thing?
Yeah, it was like a lot of kung fu, and there's this family stuff going on, and a crime family, and kind of thing going on. So it was similar in that regard, but then one had more Marvel-y stuff in it. You know what I mean? So sure. I loved it for I like Shang-Chi better than I like the Eternals, but I don't hate the Eternals either. So I'm like, yeah, it was nice.
I don't actively dislike it, but I thought it was interesting that I reacted to it that way.
Listen.
Then later on that same day, I do a big old double feature at the house on Saturday or Sunday, whatever day it was. It couldn't have been Saturday. No, that was not possible.
No.
I watched Shang-Chi, and then later on, the boys wanted to watch Free Guy again, so I finally saw Free Guy. That movie is awesome. Awesome.
I've watched it like 3 times. Shang-Chi I watched twice because I took Missy when she came back to town. So yeah.
Shang-Chi is now on Disney Plus too.
That's where we watched it.
Okay.
And Mike, see, this is what you missed while you're out. And they introduced all the Marvel films. I think it was all of them in IMAX format.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that.
So you can see the rest of the picture.
That's exciting.
Yes. So if you have an IMAX screen in your house,
I mean, who among us doesn't?
I assume Sorg has one in the back room.
No,
there, right, Sorg?
Something like that.
I can't wait to watch. Apparently, The Simpsons did a special short for Disney Plus.
They did, and it is fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
The Simpsons
I'm assuming it's in the similar vein to the Loki one.
Yeah, but all of the Disney. Partial, just conceptual spoilers here. There's an empty couch for some reason. It is all of the Disney characters hanging out at Moe's bar.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. I can fill in those jokes myself before I watch it.
Yes. Simpsons.
Hey, no one drinks like Gaston, huh? We'll see about that.
Simpsons have jumped the shark, and then has jumped 5 more sharks.
The Simpsons are riding
and the
sharks
Simpsons.
At this point.
The Simpsons are just give me more sharks. Just come on. Just come on.
The Simpsons are jumping over every member of the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
Like that's ever played for them.
Yes. Guys, we got to get out of here. We got plenty to talk about tomorrow with the Rev Ron Hunt, survivor of the RWA Open season incident. And we will...
open season.
Yeah, I was debating on whether we should mention the name with incident. Because that might get some context problems. But anyways, we'll catch up with him and see if he's called up for any therapy after that. But Mad Mike 483 on the tweets.
Follow me. You will get more Disney goodness in the upcoming days. Because I also bought a lightsaber.
Ooh. I'll bring mine. We'll have a lightsaber fight in the streets of Beacon.
No. Sorg. This is not a lightsaber you fight with.
Oh?
I made my own lightsaber.
Oh, you did that thing.
And I made it. I had a whole bunch of very professional pictures shot there on Disney property. Mm-hmm. They look amazing. Mm-hmm. And then I had it shipped to the house because I didn't want to bring that on a plane. Because that would look really weird.
But no, trust me. I've done a few flights to Orlando. They ain't a lot weird.
No, I know, but I also had a lot of luggage.
Yeah, okay.
You're talking to a guy who has gone home on a flight from Las Vegas with a 3-foot plastic glass hanging from his neck.
How do I fit this lightsaber into I can't. I can't. Is it this way or this way? What makes more sense? Okay. Like, no, there's no.
You'll be able to just like power that thing down and stick it in your pocket. What's the problem? I don't understand.
I don't power down. That's the problem.
My lightsaber never powers down.
That's what
exactly.
That's what he said.
Ladies,
I don't know.
Matt Carlin's Mainstream Battle tweets and JustProWrestlingNews.com.
I didn't nickel for every time that pickup line has worked. I would have no nickels.
You be the same.
That's just his 2 cents.
That's right. That's my 2 cents.
It's just like investing in your first indie wrestling show.
You don't invest. You gamble on your indie wrestling show.
By the way, I got hot news off of the Cody Rhodes text line. Too Fast, Too Fuego will be in action on Dark.
Yep. They've been on for like 3 straight weeks. What's the allure now?
That's my favorite.
What I'm waiting for is what's going to happen when Fuego 2 challenges for the AEW World Championship. Will the ruse be up at that point?
What are you talking about?
Or will we just let this go?
What are you talking about?
You know who that is.
No, he's I don't know who he is.
It's Mr. America.
Fuego 2.
It's Mr. America.
That man, everybody knows. I've already said too much.
Okay, what are you? What? Are you reading a different dirt sheet than I am?
Oh, and if you want to see, if you watch Being the Elite, all right, you will see parts of the Young Bucks Adam Cole versus Jurassic Express and Christian Cage match. You will see parts of that match that were not shown during the pay-per-view that are relevant to the match.
Yeah,
they're like you will learn how certain people ended up in certain places in the arena.
Yeah,
as if by magic during the show, but you'll see how it happened if you watch BT. It's crazy. It's like a deleted scene, Sorg.
They were fighting in an elevator, and I'm like, I don't remember this happening.
It was crazy. They're like up in the concessions. I'm like, what? This didn't happen, did it? It did. Amazing.
Yeah. I'm just like, did Bleacher Report fuck me on this too?
I'm going to send them a strongly worded email.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's okay. I already got my refund. Thank you, everybody, at Sorgatron on the Twitter. We are at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Wrestling Mayhem Show, social medias of all sorts, and on IndieWrestling.us, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll see you then. See you in the chat room. See you next time. See you on the podcast feeds. Mayhem out! This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.